Hey guys, Jenny here. I am a second year grad student in the counselor education program, like most of you in my group. I think everybody in my group. And I know about everybody, but I'm Jenny. I am from Lewisburg. It's about an hour from Greenville, and I'm a school counseling specialization. Um, I'm looking to go into high school counseling, and I'm very excited about it. I start my job in July. And I'm just super excited. So, my biggest fear when it comes to ethical problems or dilemmas that I might face as a counselor, I think I speak for a lot of us when I say lack of knowledge is my biggest fear. Um, I know that this class is supposed to teach us everything, but starting out and being new to the counseling profession is a little bit scary. And I guess my biggest fear is doing something unethical because I don't know, because I just because it's an oversight. It's just scary thinking that I could make a mistake, and it can all be because I didn't, you know, read a sentence in a book or anything like that. So I guess what I'm looking to get from this class is just to pay attention as much as I can and, you know, learn everything that I can. And I definitely want to do a lot of situational learning and look into the paragraphs that are in our book and kind of really seriously go through them and say, what would I do in this situation? And make sure that my answer to myself is an ethical way of solving the problem. So that is, I guess, answering the question, my biggest fear and what I want to get out of this class. And then, of course, in all of our classes, we've been told to read this code of ethics, and I try not to bore you guys with what surprises me or what comforts me. So I picked something a little bit different this time, just because we're talking about ethics and, you know, doing the right thing. I picked the code B7B. It's called Disclosure of Confidential Information. And it says, when consulting with colleagues, counselors do not disclose confidential information that reasonably could lead to the identification of a client or other person or organization with whom they have a confidential relationship with, unless they have obtained prior consent of the person or organization, or the disclosure cannot be avoided. They disclose information only to the extent necessary to achieve the purposes of the consultation. So I picked this one because it's very comforting to me. Like I said, being new to the profession, I'm definitely someone who wants to look up to someone and wants a little bit of guidance, and I want to know that I'm doing the right thing. So it definitely comforts me knowing that if I have a question or if I want a second opinion on a student or on what I'm doing, that I can do that as long as I don't disclose too much information. And I don't think that'll be an issue, but it's definitely comforting to know that it is okay and it's expected that we go to colleagues and ask them questions. And I also think it's very important to make sure that colleague is someone who's competent, someone who has more experience than you. Because if you're going to somebody else who's a first year, you might get the same answer, or you might get a different answer than someone who's been in the profession for 20 years. So just having a person and knowing that you're able to go to them if you have a question about ethics or just a question in general about what to do. I think that's very important, and I think it's very comforting. So I think that answers all the questions. If you guys have any questions, you can just post them in the comments, and I'll be sure to answer them. I can't wait to do this summer session with you guys, and I can't wait to discuss and hear all of what you guys have to say. It was nice talking to you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.